Good evening, Canada. Good morning, India. From our platform of Voice of Canada, we welcome all our valued viewers, listeners from Canada and around the world. We have our host today, co-host is Simona Cutone,
Hi.
and we have a very dynamic speaker from Hyderabad, India, who is associated with me since 2016 at an international event in London, UK. She is Soniya Shetty. You are welcome, Soniya, to our show, Voice of Canada. Namaste, Sarsari Kal, Adab to you.
Adab aapko bhi.
I love it. I love your first, you opened up in Hindi. Soniya, for our viewers of Voice of Canada, formally introduce yourself.
Sure. So, hi, Canada. Good evening, right? Yeah, good evening, Canada.
And I said good morning, India.
Right. So, I'm Soniya Shetty. I work with in the corporate world. I have about 13 years of experience, wherein I had an entrepreneurial stint for about 2 years, and now I'm a full-time corporate working with an IT MNC as a senior manager for the HR business partnering role.
Wow, congrats.
Wow.
Thank you. And I've also been a model in the past wherein I've worked for several designers in India, including Anita Dongre for Pune Fashion Week, Pune Style Week. I've worked for such well-known brands for India. I've also been pageant winner wherein I was a winner for Mrs. Commonwealth Asia Pacific as first runner-up. I've also been a participant for Femina Miss India in 2009. And I've been Miss Pune in 2005. So this is about my pageant history. I also used to train models, aspirants who wish to enter the glamour industry. And I have a daughter who is 9 years old. I also am a part of National Human Resources Development Hyderabad chapter.
Beautiful.
That is the HRD Hyderabad. We work on a lot of diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives like PWD, which is people with disability, women, bringing back women to work. We have an event happening shortly on mentoring women at such stages of life, and many other such important causes which needs attention. So this is about me. I love dancing. I'm a Bharatanatyam dancer. I love to cook and experiment. I'm a gymmer. I'm a fitness freak. And I love talking. So this
Awesome. I know you're an extrovert. I saw you. You did not mention for our viewers, you worked on our international platform in London in 2016.
Yeah, I just mentioned that.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I see. It was good. Right. It was an honor, and that's why I'm associated with you. So let's keep our association well. You have the spark, you have that courage, and for my viewers, I must tell she has a fantastic height of 6.2 feet.
Wow!
And as of today, she is my tallest winner.
Wow.
From the platform of Commonwealth London. And I really, that time also, you remember, I used to always say, I admire your height as well. With all your other talents. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I think it's more to me apart from the height. Well, height is definitely an advantage and I'm blessed to have it. But yes, my personality is more than just my height.
Yeah.
I'm not matching your personality. Everything that you balance well.
Thank you.
With your height, your grace further increases with your personality and with your extrovert nature and whatever you feel doing, and I know you do it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Hi, Soniya. I'm Simona,
Hi.
and welcome to the show again. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm
good. So I know you listed so many things that you do in India. I want to know what is the main focus for you these days in India. I know you're so multitasking, ambitious woman, but what are you focusing currently, like these days?
I'm focusing on my corporate job because it's a full-time assignment. I have have to ensure that I do justice to the job that I am in. I'm an HR professional, so I take care of the life cycle management for the employees. I take care of the welfare of the staff, then their engagement,
Yes.
stakeholder management for senior business leaders in the corporate scenario that I am in. So that's about my job. Apart from that, I have like I just mentioned, my daughter is there. She's also my full-time engagement. So while she's in Perth right now, there's a lot of engagement I have to do online with her.
Yeah, and kids are like full-time jobs, so you have to,
Right. So there's a lot of online engagement as well that I have to keep talking to her now that she's 9. There's a lot of mother-daughter interaction that we have. There are lots of cute moments that we share with each other online. Now she's learned how to use a WhatsApp, so she'll put up a status which I do not put up myself. So that's about her. And then the other part is that I'm into gymming. I'm also into influencing some corporate professionals for diet and fitness.
Oh, wow.
So, corporates are usually people who do not have time for diet and fitness. So well-being is extremely important in such scenarios wherein you have such stressful environment. So lifestyle you say improvement is something that I'm doing just for voluntary purpose to ensure that I do give something to the society. So these are my current engagements. I'm quite active on the social media front. Aspi knows it pretty well because he usually follows all my posts, is what I could see. For so many years, in fact, 6 years relentless.
6 years, Sonia, now the time has flown. And that time I remember she was hardly 3 years old when you came to London. Your daughter.
My daughter. Yes, yeah.
Oh, wow.
See, and now, mashallah, she is 9 years old. And she has groomed her so well that I always admire her whenever you put any article on her. I do make it a point to read. So for our viewers of Voice of Canada, as I mentioned earlier, Soniya Shetty was with us in London in 2016 on our platform of Commonwealth International, and she very well represented her proud country, India. She's a true Bharat ki beti, I could say, because she has always proved for Indian. Her spirit is always for India. She is a born Indian and she will remain Indian till she dies. Am I right?
Yes, very true.
So tell us your experience. I recall that was your first visit to Europe when you came to London.
Yes.
And it opened so many doors after you returned back home with a winner's crown. You did so many things. And I was feeling really, really proud. You were the busiest among my other winners also. You really got busy and you did fantastic things.
Right.
So would you like to say some words to any about your experience of 2016?
Right. So it was firstly, as you mentioned, it was my first trip abroad. So it would always stay close to my heart. The entire journey, in fact, the way you helped us out in London is something
it was my duty. I represented as your director. You remember?
Yes, I do. But then the hospitality is something that I'm really fortunate to get. The culture
I'm humbled by your kind words.
The culture that I experienced. In fact, the delegates that we met and under your guidance, whom were being mentored, they were exceptional. They did some real good job, and we had some lovely interactions. I remember the dinner parties.
It happens. Highs and lows are there, but we all faced the challenges, and we went with a smiling face. At least I'm glad that you were my first runner-up from India. And I'm really proud of you.
The good experience part, as in, they were such good people that we met some of them there from London itself. They were very encouraging. They were so forthcoming. And that entire experience was definitely worth treasuring. And in fact, when we were talking offline right now, it went back all the way to nostalgia. So I would cherish it forever is what I say. And as you mentioned, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity back then.
It was an honor. That's why you're with us today also.
Right. And that did open a lot of avenues for me in India. There is no doubt.
I'm glad. I'm so glad to hear all that. At least you were empowered and some doors opened for you and you did so many things. Go ahead.
Sure. Thank you.
So we're talking about all the pageants. So I want to know a little background or history of all the pageants national level or international that you have done so far? And I'm sure viewers would like to know that too. And
Sure.
also, did you? I know it's always like you have to get into the judging when you get so much experience. Did you judge any contests? So tell me more about that, please.
Right. So when it came to pageant, as I mentioned, the international pageant that I've been is Mrs. Commonwealth.
Yes.
For sure. But in the India level, I was a participant with Femina Miss India in 2009.
Wow.
Prior to that, in 2005, I was a part of Miss Pune.
Yes.
That is also. So apart from that, I've not done any pageants. But yeah, when I won Commonwealth, after that, I've judged many pageants.
Oh, okay.
Mrs. Pune was one of them. I've also judged AFMC, the Armed Forces Medical College pageant that happened in 2017. I've judged that. I curated a show called Pune Fashion Fiesta. We did 2 seasons for Pune Fashion Fiesta, wherein there were personalities. Like, it was not a pageant per se, but it was more of a personality contest, wherein we gave some budding aspirants for the modeling industry. And if you ask me, they are doing exceptionally well today. They found their ground, and that's a big achievement for us. So yes, then there were several other maybe such smaller personality contests that I have judged, but then these were the major ones that I have focused.
Which brings to my attention, Miss Femina and being Miss Pune is like, I think, a big thing in India.
Honor, yeah.
Didn't Bollywood tempted you at all? Didn't you think of going into Bollywood?
Well, if you ask me, Bollywood always is a part of every child's
dream.
Yes.
Weren't you tempted at all?
Right, but then I'm too tall for Bollywood. I'm 6'2".
Don't say tall. Your height is fantastic.
Yeah.
I admire your height, and I'm going to ask you. Our next question is about your height only.
Right, but just to finish, I always felt that I belonged more to the corporate setup.
Corporate world. Your aptitude was towards your corporate world, and that's a fantastic. That's a real career you have chosen for you.
Yes.
Whatever it is in your heart and your desire about the fashion world and the pageant you did, and you were successful, and now you're a successful lady in corporate world.
And in fact, the learnings that I've taken from the fashion industry, it applies in the corporate world as well. So management lessons are everywhere. You can use them for sure.
Yes. Yeah, experience, no one can take it away from you, for sure.
Sonia, continuing about the compliments of your height, as I mentioned earlier too, you are a 6.2 without shoes or heels. So you can be really tall with a 4 inches heels, a stiletto.
Yeah.
And I recall I've seen you even in the little small heels too in London.
Right.
So tell our viewers, what are the advantages as well as the disadvantages for being a tall woman as far as her outfits are concerned? Or maybe do you need an extra long bed for yourself? Because these days the beds are not for 6'2" height. So you must be having everything special made for you, custom built.
Not necessary. I think with this feedback mechanism stuff in India is available when it comes to king size. You can order, so and then you get the details of how much, what is the size of the bed and so on. So that is taken care of.
And how about outfits? Our viewers must be really wondering, does she find good outfits with her height?
Right. So, well, before that, talking about the advantages of the height, the advantage is that you get to stand out. You don't need special attention because you get a lot of attention for sure.
Believe me, you outshine in all group pictures.
Right. Huh? People look up to you, so that's the biggest advantage. People look up to you. So
definitely.
What my boss also keeps saying, that we look up to you. So that's a big advantage, and that's a big.
I remember I've got few pictures with you. I look like a midget with you.
Even after you look a midget, for sure.
No, it's not about a midget. It's just about somebody being tall and somebody being short. That's about it. If you ask me, I look gigantic in some of the pictures, and I also feel bad about it. But that's okay. It's just one has to accept it. That's about it.
Yeah.
Now, coming to disadvantages, yes, clothing sometimes could be a concern. But as I mentioned, now that we are moving into global sizes, I do get clothing easily. Yes, one big problem is the denim because I don't get denims of my size.
So you have to make
And-
custom made jeans and all. Okay, you get your
There are specific brands I could think of. Like there is Amoro. That's one.
international ones you must be getting.
Yes, international brands only. Gus, I get. Or these are the two brands that I like because the fit is good. Apart from that, not really. And yes, one big disadvantage is while I'm traveling on a flight because these seats are too crammy. So I just have to ensure that every time I get an emergency seat. So that's the only disadvantage I feel. Apart from that, I think once if you're fit when you're tall, you can manage.
You're a corporate lady. Now you must start traveling at least a business class.
I'm hoping to, but not got a chance.
You will soon progress a lot, and God willing, the day is not far off when you will be only traveling business class.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Go ahead.
Great.
Sonia, one more thing that you have a 12 years experience in corporate world. Can you explain to our viewers what kind of role you are playing, what you do in your organization in detail? Because your bio was too complicated for me. I did read your bio. It is too hi-fi for a non-corporate person.
Okay. So I'm an HR business partner. I have around 3 business partners working with me. So we look at a span of 900 population when it comes to life cycle. We handle them right from their pre-onboarding process all the way to their exit. That is one. We take care of the performance management of the employees that we have. We take care of their engagement per se. We also take care of their day-to-day grievances. That is one bit of the job. The other bit is that we handle major stakeholders when it comes to business leaders, their requirements. We provide inputs when it comes to business. We provide pulse sentiments. We provide certain advisory, suggestions, which usually the business leaders may not find time for because we do thorough research on our end to understand our audience. So this is the kind of role that I am. And now coming to, apart from that, there's also a talent acquisition role, which I did in my previous assignment. So identifying the right talent for business leaders so that the business prospers, business progresses, then only the other teams progress.
Definitely.
So that's our primary motto as HR business partners. And as I mentioned, so it's not just me, it's the team also that works along with me and my superiors that help me and empower me to do better.
To execute your day-to-day work well. And how big is your team?
My team, I'm leading it, and there are 3 business partners along with
I'm so proud that finally you are the boss in the corporate world too.
I think I'm more of their peer than the boss because I don't believe in the boss concept
Definitely.
anymore.
Now the things are changing. It's so friendly and so same thing.
Right.
I asked some other women also who are so successful in their careers and they lead such a busy life, professional life. And they say, no, we are all friends. We are colleagues.
Yeah.
That mentality is over.
Yes.
Right. And I thoroughly believe in reverse mentoring because these are all young professionals who are younger than me. So while, when it comes to somebody senior, that person would be more of a mentor. But for me, it's more like a reverse mentoring because I get to learn so much from them as well.
Every day it's a learning process. So the viewers of Voice of Canada will be taking a short break and will soon be with you shortly again with Soniya Shetty.
So, now it's fully renovated. Live catering, barbecue, तंदूर, जलेबियाँ और fresh naan. तकरीब आपके घर में हो या घर से बाहर, Zoc is providing full service now, and Zoc has opened a new banquet hall, garden event center. आपका Zoc देखकर लोग कहेंगे क्या Zoc है आपका? Call right now 905-625-7786. Zoc वालों के लिए.
सियासत से तिजारत तक
सबसे पहले घबराना नहीं,
तालीम से मईशत तक
आपके जेब पे डाका डालना जानते हैं,
सेहत से सनत तक,
तो चोर घर में आ चुका है जनाब स्पीकर।
हुकूमती ऐवानों से चाय खानों तक, कोई नहीं बच पाएगा तकरार से। कौन, कब, कैसे, क्यों जैसे सवाल बनते हैं मौजू प्रोग्राम तकरार में। देखते रहिए तकरार, कनाडा से बराह रास्त समीना जबीन के साथ, मंडे टू फ्राइडे सिर्फ आवाज एंटरटेनमेंट पर।
डिक्सी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और अप्लायंसेस पिछले 16 सालों से खरीदारों की खिदमत कर रहे हैं। हम लगातार 4 सालों से खरीदारों की पहली पसंद बने रहने का अवार्ड हासिल कर चुके हैं। हम किचनर्स, बॉश, वर्लपूल, एलजी, सैमसंग और जनरल इलेक्ट्रिक के ऑथराइज्ड डीलर हैं। 5 स्टार खिदमत का लुत्फ लें। हम आप सभी को टीवी सबसे ज्यादा रियायती दामों पर देने की गारंटी देते हैं। www.dixieelectronics.ca हमारी वेबसाइट पर जाएं या अभी कॉल करें 9056255900। सभी बहुत ही मुनासिब कीमत पर दस्तयाब हैं जो आप आसानी से ले सकते हैं। At Dixie, we sell quality and deliver confidence.
कॉर्पोरेट इवेंट्स हो या शादी की तकरीब, बर्थडे एनिवर्सरीज हो या हो बेबी शावर, और अगर आप चाहते हैं स्टूडियो सेटअप, रेंटल बैकड्रॉप्स, हार गजरे या पार्टीज के लिए फ्रेश फ्लावर अरेंजमेंट, देन कॉल आफिया खान at 416-628-7849. Essence Event Decor, creative, elegant and unique.
Welcome back to the weekly show, Voice of Canada. I'm Simona Cutone, co-host, and my host is SP Wadiwalla. We have our guest, Soniya Shetty, with us from India. Welcome back again, Sonia. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So we were talking about your modeling and your corporate world. Also, SP was telling me that you have a fashion boutique, or you did have a fashion boutique in Hyderabad. Tell us more about us. What happened?
Sure. So it was in Pune, it was not in Hyderabad. But just to let you know how I started, I started because I wanted to spend more time with my daughter back then. I was working full time, but to ensure that I could spend more time with her, and I wouldn't say that I was always intrigued with the fashion industry because I've been a model in the past. So that energy when it came to clothing line was very natural to have your own couture somewhere. But then that sinked in later. However, I started as a home retailer first, then moved on to doing exhibitions. Then I had a full-fledged store.
Yes.
Once I had a store, I realized that having a store just doesn't help. You need to have other logistics set up as well. Like you need to have a designer, you have tailors, you need to have advisors to customers. So that is how this entire setup went on. It was there for about 2 years.
Yes.
But fortunately, due to demonetization, I could not continue while I kept traveling and get sourcing good work and good collection that India is blessed with, because we have wonderful artisans and craftsmen in India. So, yeah.
And fashion is something that you always have to be on top of it. It asks for so much
And
time.
Indian women are really fashion conscious too.
Yes.
Yes, we are. Fashion, I think, runs in our blood. So,
Yeah.
yes.
Sonia, tell our viewers of Voice of Canada the key role you play for key point contract, corporate leaders, human capital management, and various school level partnership is very interesting work you do. So would you inform them? It's a question in 3 parts.
Right. So, when it comes to the HRBP role, one is expected to do a lot of research when it comes to the workforce, the human capital, what we call. Why it is a human capital is primarily because now it is not a resource. It is absolutely the corporate world looks at resources as capital. So this is a new nomenclature that is there. So this being a capital is an extremely important asset to the company or the corporate that one is working with. So one has to ensure that they are well taken care of. What we do is we do research, we take care of them, we keep connecting with them at various levels. We provide the business leaders various inputs because business leaders are busy handling business, but then there are various other aspects that they do not have an insight on. So as HR business partners, we ensure that we provide those insights to the leaders so that we can ensure that there is less of attrition, more of retention. There is more of an organizational citizenship when it comes to the employees, and the business succeeds. So that is the idea that an HR business partner plays in the organization, and this is exactly what my role entails. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you. Go ahead.
This is the role. So I want to get back into COVID times or pandemic time. How did it affect the corporate world or even your personal life? Would you enlighten our viewers on that, please?
Right. So when COVID struck, at least the initial phase, I remember that sitting at home was one of the biggest tasks because I was not accustomed to it. I was working almost 5 days a week, and 2 days would be more going out to the malls or taking care of the responsibilities. But then when COVID struck, it was a very different setup there because I was just not able to get out of the house for almost like 3 months in the initial phase.
Wow.
Back then, the only way that we managed was to attain a mindset which entailed maybe self-enlightenment, using online techniques to calm oneself down, using online techniques to get yourself fit because I was accustomed to going to the gym. And there were various other requirements. The child was at home, so she's constantly watching TV. She does not have any kind of workouts that is happening, and so on. So it was quite
a task, a big task to manage. Tell our viewers of Voice of Canada that as you had a beautiful career in pageant and fashion world, what are your plans to retire with a big bang? Do such a big pageant or big platform for Mrs. India under the category of Mrs. that the world will remember you. So are you planning anything to retire with grace and real big smile to the world?
I've not thought about it because when it came to pageant, I felt that I had my innings. But then I'm open to the thought. I would not say that I'm not open to the thought yet, but it's parked for now. I would like to think.
No, keep it parked. I've also given you the proposal before we started recording of our interview. Think about it and let me know if something positive comes up. We can work hard and definitely achieve that goal too for you.
Sure.
So let me know. Okay, go ahead.
I wanted to ask about your how did you have plans getting into the corporate world or in getting into modeling? Did you plan on everything, or it was something that fell into your lap and you just took upon it and just went with the flow?
Simone, nothing came to me easy.
She's so smart. She is so realistic. That's what I love in you.
Yes.
You are a realistic woman. Huh? You speak the truth.
I've really worked hard for what I am today or the way my life has been. But there are, while I did not plan my life this way, I had very different plans for my life. But I think life is what happens when you plan, right?
Yeah.
And mind proposes, God disposes. So, but then I think what I am today, there is somewhere a bigger plan of God, of the Almighty, and I'm very happy and content where I am. So
no regrets. I always say there are no regrets.
Right.
Yeah.
More than regrets, I think I'm all honored for the kind of experience that I've had in my life at a very small age, I've had various experiences, which maybe a person would take years to get. So, thankful and gratitude for that.
And you're the only child, you're the only in your family. You do you have brothers and sisters?
I have a younger brother.
Younger brother.
He recently got married. Yeah.
He already got married also. So he's well settled in his own house. So Soniya, due to paucity of time, we would be soon finishing our interview with you because my production is showing me the signal and I'm thankful to you. But before you leave, as you are aware that on 8th of March, we are celebrating International Women's Day around the world. And even India takes a great part in that celebrations. Would you like to give some message to the women around the world and the Indian women as well?
Well, it's in general for all the women. Let's just outshine what we are. We need not play ourselves low for making others feel high. And we could just be ourselves and prove the metal within us. While there could be doubts, there could be judgments around. Let's not go by the noise around, but let's go by the voice within. So that would be the message that I would want to give. And yes, of course, break the bias. So
True. Very true. Very true. So with that, we will be soon ending our interview. Thanking Soniya Shetty for coming. In India, it's nearly past 3 a.m. And I salute you, my friend, that you accepted my proposal of coming, staying awake that late, early hours. And within about 2-3 hours time, your wake-up time will be there and you will be back into your corporate world. So stay blessed and always keep in touch. You are a great. Nothing should stop you from progressing in your life. Just remember my words. And we are all behind you. Whenever you need us, Canada is open to you. I would say whenever you visit North America, don't forget to visit Canada. You will get a very warm welcome from us, and we will do maximum promotion for you when you arrive here.
Sure.
On all levels. So stay blessed. Keep in touch. God bless you. And we will be soon calling you by end of this year as Soniya Shetty Part 2 also. We'll giving you the trouble once again. So by that time, you'll have many things to talk to us and let us know. Okay?
Sure.
Take care.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And have a good night and please sleep well. And just stay for a little while. We will be closing our interview and then take few pictures for the promotion of your. And soon we'll be releasing your show. With that note, we'll be signing off. Viewers of Canada, and hope to see you all next week again with another dynamic speaker. So stay well. God bless Canada and God bless India. Bye-bye. Good night.